welcome to this edition of the Time with Hime podcast. I'm your host, Lynn Cordes, joined by our superintendent, Mr. Hime, for a brand new school year.
Yeah, welcome to 23-24 school year.
Can you believe it?
Yes, fast summer. Summers always go fast, except for the parents with their kids at home.
Oh, mine's ready to go back. She's been counting down the days.
Who's more ready, you or her?
I think she is. I still need her to stay home for a little bit, just a little bit.
Oh, that's right. Yours is going to be a freshman, though. You're all concerned about it. You got a freshman now.
Well, we have a lot of great things happening in this school year, and we started yesterday with a great keynote speaker for our district development.
Yes, Mr. Joe Sanfilippo. He was so awesome. I have gotten more comments from teachers, admin, about how great that PD day was. And, you know, the gist of it was, say nice things about each other. Brag on your partners. Tell our story. You know, a lot in public schools, we got so many superstars and so many teachers doing a great job. We don't have enough people sharing those great stories and those victories and those hero times when our teachers are heroes. You know, there's a saying out there that people say sometimes, teachers are heroes without capes. And there's so many things they do for our kids. And he really put that to a point and made sure our teachers reinforced the fact of how important they are and how valuable they are, because we know that our teachers are what makes this place work, and they're so important to the kids a lot and in the community. So big shout out to our teachers and wishing all of our teachers a great school year.
Yes, and you said it great yesterday with they are the backbone of our district, and we couldn't do it. So anytime you guys want to share something great and celebrate our staff, our teachers, just go ahead and add that hashtag to your post, and we will find that. Hashtag We Are LPS and hashtag Team Lawton PS. Now, in addition, we've had some great things going on during the summer break that we want to remind them. Turf projects are
the turf projects are awesome. Drive around and look. Softball should be getting started any day. They'll probably be laying turf at softball fields before the day's over. I know they're getting ready to stabilize the baseball fields. They've redone the dugouts, the batting cages, the bullpens, and all the fences at the softball fields, at the baseball fields. They're going to be state-of-the-art fields for our student athletes across the district, and we're really excited about that.
And we mentioned too lights at the
yes, we put out for bid to put lights on our football fields, which we call practice fields, multi-purpose to do that. If we get lights on them and upgrade the bleachers, small press box, we know we've needed locker rooms. People talk about locker rooms. We should be putting out for bid any day some plans we've had drawn up to put a set of locker rooms at each of our sites. We were going to go with an indoor facility with the locker rooms, but inflation on metal buildings has just gotten too costly. There's not enough red bud money in there to get that done. Very excited about all that's going on. You know, at this time next year, we could be playing, you know, we hope by the end of this year and in the spring, we're playing soccer games and JV football and junior high football and all of it, a lot of junior high sports at those local fields to get more of a local flavor to our sports and our venues. This is what our students ask for. You know, when we talk to students, they want more vertical alignment, where there are more things going on that are MacArthur are going on all MacArthur elementary, middle, and high, same way with Eisenhower or Lawton High, but they also want more horizontal. They want more Lawton things. So it's an interesting thought process when we talk to our student athletes that our student leaders, they want to be more of one. They want to be Team Lawton. They want to be We Are LPS, but they don't want to give up the fact that they're Eagles and Wolverines and Highlanders.
Absolutely. Now, when our community members are out there, they've seen some work taking place at our buildings. We've got some new doors in for vestibules and, you know, double entries. Lincoln's looking really fabulous with their new drive-through. You want to share some of those?
Yeah, when I got here, I talk about it a lot. When I got here, one of the things that was approached to me by a lot of the staff members, and obviously new set of eyes, when you drove around, you could drive on the majority of our elementary playgrounds. And I'm like, I just didn't feel like it was very safe. So we started the process of getting permits and securing fences around our elementary schools. And every elementary except for Lincoln now has a fence around it, and they're working on Lincoln's right now in a whole new driveway. And then the second thing you do is when people come in the building, how do you let people in your building, make them feel welcome, but yet keep them isolated from your students? So we built what they call bullpens at most of our elementaries, and we're working on the ones that aren't built, where when they come in, they're in a secure room and they have to go in the office. And then the ultimate goal is once they get in the office, the only way you can get out of the office is to be buzzed out or a staff member use their badge to get you out of the office. So these are just some more security measures to, again, our ultimate goal is to keep the kids safe. I mean, we want our students to be safe. Obviously, we want our teachers and staff to be safe as well. We want everybody at the school to be safe. So we know without safety, it's education takes a back seat. So we're trying to increase our security in order to make that happen.
Now, school is starting this week, Thursday. We can't believe it.
Oh, man.
But our school supply lists are out
Yes.
there already online.
And we've tried to reduce those to the minimum to make that not a burden on our parents. We always talk about roadblocks for our students. We also want to knock down roadblocks for our parents. So we've tried to reduce those and limit what those supplies are.
Well, and the other thing that I wanted to add is the device insurance.
Yes.
And how important that is for our families.
It protects
to get
our families because our devices, every student in our district gets a device. They have to, it's imperative they have a device for education in 2023. And that device is $400. Like when I was a kid, I got handed a bunch of textbooks that today would probably be worth $400. But if you dropped one or kicked one, or it really didn't get damaged to the point you had to pay for it. Well, with devices, there's so many things that could go on. So we charge $30 per year to insure those devices. And that's to take some of that burden off of our families so that they don't feel like, oh man, what if my kid loses his iPad? What if my kid loses his Chromebook? So again, that's to protect our families, the device insurance. We try to keep that as a minimum where it's a break even through the years. It's not some kind of big profit maker for our district. So the ultimate goal is through the years. If we can lower that, we'll lower it. But right now it's $30 a year, and that gives you insurance and it covers your devices.
Yep, and it's per device, right?
Per device, yes, per student, per device. And then if you have a hotspot, it's $15 for the hotspot.
Now, the great thing that we've added this year is you can now pay at the schools with a credit card
yes,
or a
that's
debit
awesome.
card.
So it makes it a lot easier for
Yes.
parents to pay and get that done. So we're excited about that for our students.
The one thing that's been asked for, and we are sending that out today, is transportation routes.
Yes.
But we also want to mention about the ID cards and the MyView app.
Yeah, the MyView app, if your kids scan in, and this is where we really need our parents to help us, because our students just bail on the bus and bail off just like we did when we were students. Now, if they'll scan their ID badge, they got on the bus. You can look on that app and you can see where your child is. You can see what bus they got on and you can see where that bus is. When they get off that bus, you can see where they got off the bus. And it's very important for us as a district to be able to track our students, track our travel, see how many kids are getting on and off our buses at each stop so we can make sure we're balancing our bus routes. But it's also important for you, so if your child gets off at the wrong stop or whatever, we can track the students and know where they went. So it's very, very important that every child scans in and scans off when they get off the bus. And bus drivers are really hard to find, and they're not day-to-day educators, although we got some superstar bus drivers. But putting that burden on them to force kids to scan it is too much. Plus, there's not time for them to sit there and argue with every kid about scanning their badge. So we need, not only do we need, we as a district are going to really enforce our students and make sure they understand how important they scan. We need our parents to log on and say, hey, you didn't scan on today, and let their child know if they're not, that you expect them to scan on so you know where they're at.
And for our elementary families, just so that you know if your child's a bus rider, we did purchase coil
Yep.
bracelets, and I'm putting my hand back there for their backpack, so don't take that off when you get
Yes.
home. We used to zip
that
tie
gives them a
them.
little stretch.
Right,
Gives
but
them
the
enough stretch that they can scan it and still not lose it. We're excited about that
Absolutely.
and seeing how that works out for our students. What else we got going on?
Well, it is beautiful weather right now,
Yes.
and I keep crossing my fingers that it remains like that, but it's Oklahoma,
And hot.
and it's hot. So
Heat index is up there. So sports have started. Even with our turf, we got people practicing on our turf. When it's hot, it gets a little hot, especially if you're in there late on the day. We got lots of people using it. That's what we want. But make sure we're hydrating. And I know our coaches are talking about it, and I know you see it everywhere, but please don't leave that part out, that you hydrate. And hydrating doesn't mean I get up this morning and drink a gallon of water and then go to practice. It means to hydrate throughout the day. Make sure you're consistently drinking water and fluids and using sports drinks and such to replenish your electrolytes as you go throughout the day, and listen to your coaches and our trainers on that. But it's even important for kids playing outside, our kids that are going to school and playing on recess. If it's hot, they're going to want to go outside. There's no way they're going to want to stay in the building. So it's important to keep even our little kids hydrated and making sure they're drinking a lot of water.
And the rule of thumb, they say, is if you're already thirsty, then you're kind of already going through that dehydration. So if you're thirsting that water,
Yes.
so you just got to keep replenishing that. Mr. Hime, lots of great things to come. We are back. We have a new look. We didn't even address that.
Yes.
We're a little closer now that we've kind of fixed the studio, and we're going to be bringing in our students again. So many things that we're ready for. First day is Thursday.
Hey, a shout out to our board.
Yes,
Who,
yes, yes.
Our board, who is all excited. First of all, our legislators who got our teachers a raise. You know, that's been publicized, but our teachers got a raise $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 staggered based upon your years of experience. So we proposed to the board, we talked to our board members about it, and they supported it, that we stagger our support raises $50, $75, $1, and $1.25 in the same years, which was great. Also, we're going to recommend, it hasn't been approved yet, but our board's supported this wholeheartedly through the years, that we give a $1,750 bonus stipend at Christmas for our support people, and $2,500 for certified. So we're really excited about that. And the thing we didn't even talk about is tomorrow, every employee who's back this year is supposed to get a $500 retention check. So if you didn't get your check, you don't get it tomorrow. Start trying to find it. For one reason, we do that in a paper check, not a direct deposit, because by doing it in a paper check, it helps us locate all of our employees. So if you've changed buildings, but they don't have it at Shoemaker, you change buildings, it gets it where we get everybody where they're supposed to be. And it's really good for the paperwork. So it serves two folds. But again, that's a big commitment by our board of directors. And so if you see a board member, give them a shout out, because, you know, a $500 stipend when you got $2,000 employees is a lot of money. That's $1 million. So big shout out to them, because, you know, again, it goes where we started this conversation today, that we appreciate our teachers, but we also appreciated our cooks and our bus drivers, our custodians, our admin assistants, our secretaries, everybody who works in this district. Hope I didn't leave anybody out.
Librarian assistants, I got you.
Yeah, PCAs.
Absolutely.
We appreciate. This school does not function without any of them.
Right.
So we do what we can to show our appreciation to all of our employees, and that's, when I got hired here, that's one thing the board wanted. They wanted to make sure that it was passed from them to me to the district, that we appreciate what you as an employee does for Lawton Public Schools.
And I will add one more celebration to that. Yesterday when we had our district PD, the first time ever. So to our vendors out there that donated for our teachers to get door prizes.
Yes.
Thank you, because it made a huge difference, and we had some really, really happy smiles as they were leaving.
You know, it's kind of interesting to me, because when I was leaving, people said, well, we've never had door prizes before. And I'm like, but that's the thing small districts do sometimes, but there's no reason we can't do it. And technology helps, because big shout out to our tech team, Vanessa and her team. They created the little wheel. It was kind of cool.
It was really fun.
Kind of fun to watch your name pop up. I was hoping they'd make my name just automatically pop up.
I'm
the
sorry,
boss.
sir. I know. You're excluded from that.
Then they told me later they didn't even put my name in there.
That's right. We were going to take care of our staff.
Take care of our staff. Great
Absolutely.
staff.
Mr. Hime, tell them for our new families.
Oh, yes. If you got any questions, or if you just want to know, or you got things we'd like us to address, or people you'd like us to bring on the podcast, because one of our goals this year is to have more special guests and a lot more students on the podcast, because we love it when our students get on here, so we understand what they want. But hey, email us at info@lawtonps.org. And then our webpage is www.lawtonps.org. LawtonPS.org is our webpage. So, hey, make contact with us and let us know what's going on. Let us know your questions. Our goal with this podcast is to communicate to you and provide you the information you're looking for.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our social media platforms. We're trying to meet everybody's needs, so we're out there on almost everything. I want to say almost everything. But yes, so make sure you do that. Mr. Hime, we'll be back again next week on Mondays. That's our usual days. And so until then, you guys, we wish you all an incredible school year. We can't wait. Back to school on Thursday.
Yes.
So pay attention to the lights out there, because they will be back on bright and early. So until then, you guys be well, stay safe, make positive impacts, and we'll see you next week.